So in the previous tutorial, we set up our doorway so that when we hit that doorway for neighbor 1, it populated our basic kingdom room scene with our external layout. So now we want to start actually placing some items in this room. We're going to deal with the collision part separately, but let's start placing items in our room. And first place we actually want to begin is actually back in the kingdom code here. So we did a nice job of telling the software that when Bob is in collision with doorway 1, neighbor doorway 1, we can alter his global variable position, put him right outside the door, right? And we want to change the scene to the basic kingdom room, but we also want to update our global variable of kingdom current room and tell the software to use the values from kingdom rooms.1. Let's go ahead and move this up 1 here. We wanted to update the global variable, then change to the scene of basic kingdom room. So we'll start there, and then let's go to our basic kingdom room for a second, and I want to add an object here. So I've created this little little chest, excuse me, that I like to add at this point. And let's see, where did I put it in here, I think. Oh, nope, be under furniture. Okay, I've got my little chest here. Let's open that up. There it is. And let's hit apply. And it's now up here. Okay, so we've got 2 items now, a desk and a chest that we can populate in this room. Let's go to our global variables code, and let's hard code where we want those to be for room 1. Okay, let's go all the way down. Okay, here's our room, and here's room 1. And let's deal with the desk first. So is filled, no, it's not going to contain any item, so no item ID. Let's put the desk in the lower left-hand corner. Or no, let's put the chest down there. Let's put the desk somewhere around the middle of the room. No, that might get blocked by our dialog container for now. How about top middle? So the X position middle of the middle of that would be, our screen is 800, so divide that by 2. Let's say the X is 400. And since it's the top of the screen for the Y, 0 would be our top. We could add like 64 from the border, and that would probably be fine. Let's just deal with the desk for now. Let's hit apply. Okay, so now what? Let's create another external event, and we're going to call this one, let's rename it. I'm going to call this one Kingdom Room Creation, and this external event is just going to deal with creating the layout, the proper layout for our rooms, okay? And this can be expanded later on. That's why we want to make it its own external event. And we're going to say choose the scene. We're going to actually link this with our basic kingdom room scene. Let's choose that. Let's add an event here. Now this external event, this single one, is actually going to be used to populate all of our rooms. So we could even do, let's do this. At the beginning of scene, is it okay? we can use this external event to actually populate our scene with our external layout. Let's do that. And our external layout is, I believe, I put in quotes, is I believe just called Kingdom Room or Rooms. Let me double check that. We want it to start at 0, 0. Let me check that. External layout. Kingdom Rooms. Okay. Glad I looked that up. Let's change it. Rooms. Okay, now if we go into our code for basic Kingdom Room, we don't even need this one anymore because we're going to do it via our external event. And since we're in this code already, let's go ahead and link it. So let's hit the plus sign. I'm in the code for our basic Kingdom Room scene. Link. Let's move this under our external events, and let's find Kingdom Room creation. There we go. Let's move this up. We want that to execute pretty quickly, actually. Here we are, Kingdom Room creation, external event. Okay, now let's add a sub-event to this. The nice thing about using at the beginning of the scene is it only executes one time. It's like having a trigger once event, basically, or condition. And here's what we want to do. Let's create a group. Move it up here. And we'll move this over so that it's under our group. Let's just call this group here Furniture Creation. This way we can add to it if need be later on. It'll be easy enough. And let's create for our condition here. We want to check our global variable of current room, actually. And the first room we want to check is actually Bob's room, which is 0, right? But we're not going to do anything with Bob's room right now. So let's add another one here. Let's move this over. Let's copy this, though, and paste it in. Did that not work? There we go. And this time we want to check if the room is 1. What are we going to do here? We're going to start creating some furniture, actually. So let's do create object, and we're going to create first our desk. Let's create our desk first. And we get to use the X positions that we created in our global variable that we hard-coded. So let's go up here, variables, global variable. Let's go all the way down. And Kingdom Room 1, remember, always keep track of which room you're in. Furniture, we want desk X position, right? Okay, and let's copy this and paste it, and then change that to Y. The layer is the base layer. And remember, for some reason, GDevelop likes the Z order to be created kind of on its own. At least it seems to me. So here's what we're going to do. Let's create another event here. And we'll do the, well, I guess we could try it. I'd rather not do this if I don't have to. Let's try creating the Z order right there. Z order. And this is for the desk, and that's going to equal, there's not much on this screen, honestly. It just has to be higher really than the carpet in the other areas. Let's try that. Let's see if it created, we'll start at the kingdom. Let's see if it created our desk. There it is. All right, we still haven't dealt with our collision, and we will in a little bit. But there's our desk. Let's go ahead and create our Go back to our external event. Let's create our chest as well. So create object. And the X position is again our X position of our global variable that we created for it. Let's go all the way down. Kingdom room 1. Chest is X. Let's copy it and paste it. Change this to Y. And base layer is fine. Let's do a Z order. We'll copy, paste. I think you can keep it at 10 even. I think. Let's see. Let's see actually if it's there. All right, let's do another test. There it is. But because we didn't hard code where we wanted the chest to be in our global variable, it just kind of put it all the way up at 0, 0. Let's go ahead and change that. Project Manager, global variables. Let's go all the way down. Okay, furniture, chest. We're going to put in the lower left-hand corner. So the X position, let's bring it out 64 to clear our borders. And then for the Y position, let's put it like 500. Let's hit apply. And let's do one more preview. There it is. All right, so let's look at our event again, the event code. Let's get rid of that. Kingdom room creation. So now if the global variable, if we're in room 1, right, neighbor 1's house, it says create these objects. You can see how we can add, you know, if you're in room 2, create them here. If you're in room 3, create them here. This is just creating the layout of our rooms, okay? And we do want these to just trigger once. We can, it should trigger only once here, but we can force the issue if we wanted by doing a trigger 1 and adding them. And I might do that just to make sure that it's not doing this a bunch of times. It doesn't need to continually recreate the room. Let's see if that messed up our code at all. We'll stop there for today. Okay, good. So I'm happy with that. We kind of forced the issue for it to trigger once. I think next time we'll start dealing with collisions in this room.